What's up, everybody, and welcome to another. I don't have alliteration for today. It's a new episode of The Dice That Bind Us here on the lovely program known as YouTube. If you haven't heard of YouTube before,
how are you watching this video?
I have news for you. You're in it. You're doing it. I'm really proud of you for getting here. If you're here, you know who we are, you know what we're doing. So let's jump right into a little recap of what happened last week before we jump into playing. Last session was strictly as chaotic as all of the other sessions usually are. The party, finally having information from the Oracle on where to head next, what to do next, decided to take a lovely scouting mission out to the loose location of the ice giant, frost giant stronghold, where they discovered a magnificent castle, only to find out very shortly after that the entire thing was in fact an illusion covering what looked to be almost a cellar door leading deep down into the ocean itself. Zexum, being the primary eyes and info giver for the scouting mission, told the party that this mass illusion spanned for what seemed to be miles. It was similar to an ability that extremely powerful Arcanus Magnates can harbor, but it was far too grand of a scale to be the power of one member of the Arcanus Magnate. It would have to be either a group of the Arcanus Magnate working together to create the illusion, or the power of someone who was collecting the power from slain members of the Arcanus Magnate and hoarding it all for themselves. Almost immediately upon returning to the ship, the party was joined by a mysterious figure clad in all black robes, slightly tattered looking, who told them that they should probably have a conversation. We rejoined the party with this figure sitting, looking at them on the deck of the ship, seemingly awaiting some sort of agreement or waiting to see what happens next. My dear friends and players, the world is yours.
I would look over at Zexum to see if they're looking uncomfortable or if they look like they're familiar with this person, or...
They look shell-shocked and terrified.
Oh, wait. Where did you come from?
You strike me as a smart man, Goliath. I feel like you have an inkling already towards where I've come from. The question is, why have you come?
I mean, we just looking.
In reality, we are here to try and broker some form of peace, if possible.
Some sort of peace with the frost giants?
With as many giant clans as we can.
Quite a large undertaking for folks such as yourselves.
They didn't have much of a choice, apparently.
Well, let me save you some time. Frost giants are off limits.
What exactly do you mean by off limits?
It means that, A, you're never getting inside of their fortress. And B, should you bear any ill will towards them or wish to change them off of their current path, I will stop you.
What is their current path?
Well, that's not for you to know there, little one.
Well, then how can we try to not infringe upon it?
Just don't go near them. It's that simple.
They're just going to stay down there and not mess with anybody outside of the bubble.
Oh, no, they're scattered across the Storm Coast right now doing their work.
Okay, well,
Does
that's
their work do anything with the ordning?
Well, that's their whole thing, isn't it? Trying to gain the top spot, that top seat. That's why they've done smart things like enlist help, outside resources.
And is that
Like
why
yourself.
you are helping them?
Look at it as a mutually beneficial agreement between two equally powerful parties.
You and the entirety of the Frost Giant clan.
Yeah.
Or at least the
Exactly.
person in charge.
No.
Are you the person in charge?
Dear God, no. You think I want that kind of responsibility?
Who is?
You work for Xerxes?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that's a plus in the positive column for us, yeah?
I don't know.
Technically, yes.
So you say you're for hire.
When did I say that?
He didn't. And we couldn't afford him, yeah?
Honestly, it's the first thing y'all have said that actually made a bunch of sense to me.
Fuck this plan.
So you are here just keeping the frost giants safe, allowing them to maintain their status quo, whatever it is happening to be that is their plan. And we are not able to know, I'm assuming, who you are or what their plans are.
Your friend there knows exactly who I am. And their plan is to take control of the Ordning.
Are they going to rule with a peaceful hand?
You already know the answer to that question.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
The frost giants aren't generally known for their peaceful tactics.
And we can see many Utgarans who would relay as much.
I'd also just say no because he said that we weren't allowed to talk to him about peace, and it's off the table at all.
So
They're
who
not
are
the
you?
smartest bunch. Me?
Yes, you,
Name's Grim.
Grim.
Yeah.
Just Grim?
The tidings that come along with my presence, so to speak.
Ah,
Name so gleefully given.
Arthoses. And by any chance, you seem to have a connection with the Arcanus Magnate? No?
You could say that.
Direct or indirect?
Uh,
The
Strange.
tomes were kind of a giveaway to Parthos.
Thank you, Lysander.
I was trained by the Arcanus Magnate. And, well, they like to put limits on people. And I'm not the type of person that takes kindly to being limited.
That makes sense.
In all reality, you should take it as an extreme kindness that I have come to warn you away from your investigations. And not just taking this whole lovely ship of yours and all of you directly out of the sky into your deaths.
I mean, yay, but also this sucks because, like they said, pointing at Lysander, like we really do want peace, and if we're hired by another person involved in the ordning, we're literally always against you.
Seems like y'all have got a bad draw of the hand there. But, as your friend here has very factually stated, you all are strictly inclined to be my enemy.
By definition.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, we could just save
At-
it for later. and
At
just move
least
on.
by mission.
By mission, we're your enemy, but we're probably gonna die before it even means anything.
Forever the optimist, Psychor.
I mean, how many other people could you just go up to and be like, hey, we're gonna go to all the elemental planes and the 9 hells for fun? Just say it.
Nobody said this would be fun.
No. But it's probably going to be because so far it's been.
You are a very sick little man.
High of adventure?
Mostly I'm looking down at the high of a man who's threatening all of us in our lives and livelihoods and mission.
Him?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
He's kind of letting us go. He's only threatening us if we continue to stay here and threaten the ice giants. We're currently obviously not a threat, so
Well, see, the thing is, you have consistently opened your mouth. And thus have informed me that A, you are working on some sort of mission that'll require you to go to not only all of the elemental planes, but the 9 hells, and are working to, in some way, affect the ordning.
no, that's not what those are for. I thought they were. I was wrong.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh, man.
Psychor!
Fuck.
It's a 21. It rolled in D&D Beyond for whatever reason. But it's a 21 with disadvantage. The advantage was 23.
That does not beat a 37 insight.
No.
Great.
Wow.
Get ready to smash the crystal.
Y'all stepped up the power level quick in this campaign, y'all. It's gotta match somehow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm basic.
Yeah, basic blabbermouth. You're in charge of
No
PO.
Achmeds, no boosts. Don't murder me. I'm the weak one. Don't fuck with me. Now he looks at you, Zykor, and goes, "Really? So you're not trying to obtain all the giant relics located that are scattered across the plains by Xerxes and
They're scattered by Xerxes?
I'm assuming that y'all had assumed as much already. You tried to play your hand as if I had no idea who you were, and that is, well, first and foremost, a bold assumption, being who you are.
We have made kind of a name for ourselves.
No? And now your friend here has directly stated that you will forever be intended to come back here and do what you can.
Or not.
Now, I am no sucker for the way the world works. This goes one of two ways. One, I let you leave on a promise of heart that you're never going to come back and never going to try to intend me or the Frost Giant's harm. And then you go complete your missions, find new stuff, gain new abilities, come back, and then fight me later. And that seems like it would be at least minimally harder.
To be fair, we don't intend them harm.
No, you do, because there's no way they're going to go peacefully.
Says who? The person who locked them in a bubble for their protection?
It's not a prison.
I never said it was. I suppose it was implied, but it is not what I intended.
That is what they asked me to do. So that this random group of people who obliterated one of their kind not too long ago wouldn't come and mess with their plans. So, that leaves us with option 2. Now, I'm a reasonable folk. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm just going to murder you all, because I've implied it enough times so far throughout the conversation. Why do I let you leave?
Are you asking us to give you a reason to let us leave?
That is what the question, why would I let you leave, implies to Partos.
Thought he was being coy.
I'll druid craft like a flower and hand it to him.
Huh.
See, this hand reaches out, takes it. What kind of flower is it?
Say rose.
Thanks. And you see he pulls the hood of these robes off, and there is inside a Yuan Ti individual. For those of you that don't know what a Yuan Ti is like a snake person who takes it and kind of loosely tucks it to where it's sticking right out of the collar of the robes. I trust you know that's not going to suffice as a reason to let you live.
I'll like look around a little bit and I'll make another one.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh man, if there's ever a time for me to double that 20, it's right now. Yo. Close.
Close.
That's about as close as I could have got.
Damn.
You see, the rest of you, well, rather those of you with even modestly high passive insight, see that he looks at Garagak with the face that you make when a child trying to convince you of their way does their best and goes, "Well, thank you, I appreciate that." And kind of looks at the rest of you, almost feeling sympathetic at just that this was the leading argument of please don't murder us.
I mean,
Why is peace something you're so against to be working with them?
They have something I need.
What is that?
Why would I tell you?
Because maybe we could help you achieve it if it's something that could be mutually beneficial, or potentially have you not kill us.
So you would be willing to hand over one of the most powerful Arcanus Magnates ever to exist directly into my hands once you freed him from the captivity of the Frost Giants, instead of letting him, giving him to me and letting me murder.
You know what? The Bartos is just going to be straight up with you. No, that is not something he would let you do.
Right, yeah, see.
Yes,
Personally,
yes.
I don't have a problem with it.
Zykor?
I said personally,
Two very valiant attempts.
So you want power
Correct.
and continued endless power. And the Frost Giants captured a powerful Arcanus Magnate. So you are working with them to these means.
No, they just happened upon him.
Stumbled into the ice flows and fell into their grasp.
No. Dug down far enough into the ground to build their fortress that they found him, frozen in the ice.
Does he have a big round shield?
No.
Oh, then it's not that guy.
He has a big brown book, though. And that's more what I need. Well, and the magic rock that's embedded in his person.
There's just an Arcanus Magnate buried hundreds of feet below the ice.
Several miles below, in fact.
Odd.
Have you, I assume you've likely made the consideration, but what if you didn't go around killing Arcanus Magnates?
really, that's the argument when he's got 5 books. I don't
He's got
understand.
5, why does he need 6?
I see that you don't understand exactly what it means to have collected this many books.
No, I know exactly what that means, which, to be fair, don't like that.
Well, what it means, dear friend, is that we got paid a visit by a group of you 3 times before. And I have had to use one spell to obliterate you into eternity.
Oh, so
The
you've
groups
come
of us?
across our simulacra sent by Xerxes.
Correct.
Son of a bitch.
But y'all give off an entirely different sense of power than they do.
Ileana comes up and like tugs on his shoulder. The little doesn't make eye contact but holds out a little note. And anyone with decently high passive perception would see that as soon as he pulled his bow down, Ileana's been like writing a note and like erasing it and like writing it and erasing it and then finally finished it and skipped up. And I was handing this guy a note.
Ed picks it up and opens it.
Ileana blushes towards the stairs and kind of like hides behind the corner and like pokes her head out, and it just says, "I think you're cute. I don't want to fight you. Can we talk sometime?"
So sweet.
Ileana's got a thing for
Why would you
Sneeple.
want to fight us?
We have Garagak who gives you flowers and our very young elf who has a crush.
Ileana, roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, no disadvantage this time.
It
See, our
caught me
plan
off guard enough that
is to be endearing enough. Oh,
9. Not good at persuasion at all.
kind of chuckles to himself and like looks over and makes eye contact with you as best as he can and kind of just like smiles and tucks it into his robe next to the roses. Man, y'all have no idea what the fuck you're doing, do you?
we are doing our best to bumble forward and try to make this place better than we left it, better than we found it. Because everything is very quickly going to shit. And it threatens all people below your power level, honestly. So I understand why you don't have a donkey in this race of saving the small folk, but we're fragile. And we have people who are important to us that are fragile. And we want to keep this place as good as it can be in some form of peace for all of them.
And see, I don't want to mislead or misguide you. I started off the same as you. But instead of sitting around waiting for whatever was going to come to me, I did something about it. I made myself strong enough to where I didn't have to worry about those kinds of things anymore. But I tell you what, I like you guys. And in all reality, I think killing you all right now would be a waste of my time, a waste of your lives, and, well, I think you're going to be more used to me alive. But if I was to let you go scot-free, that would send the wrong message. So, I'll just take one.
I'll walk
Where-
forward.
Take us where?
As Zykor steps forward, I grab him by the scruff and toss him back, and I will step
will
forward.
not let him do that.
So
Zach, I am not drawing you another fucking character.
I'll just go back to me at this point.
No, so the two of you start the problem with a group of individuals who will make the sacrifice play. Those things. The two of you step forward. He goes, see, I figured this was going to happen. One of you is in enough pain that this is the way to redeem yourself.
I'll
The other
ready an
one.
action. Just a heads up.
What's going on?
I'm gonna ready an action.
What action are you readying? Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
To swap places with a Nook if it's chosen.
Okay. Ian, what are you readying?
Not sure if I'm allowed to ready. You know what? I'm readying the banishment spell.
Okay.
Ain't nobody taking one of my friends.
Sure. Is anybody else readying anything in this moment while he's talking? Okay. So he continues. He's the one that wants to redeem themselves. The one that just wants the glory that comes with death in this situation. You can
No.
talk your way around it all you want, but everybody has their goals. And you may be doing the selfless thing here. You know they're the ones that got to go on and save the world or whatever bullshit y'all believe you're doing. But
Pretty much.
here's the thing. Those deaths become noble. Those become the deaths that people banner around. Those are the ones that drive people to perform better, achieve more than they ever have before.
So you want to take one whose life will not give that kind of martyrdom.
Well, that's a curious question, isn't it?
Hmm?
As this guy says this, Ileana will think for a second, realize, possibility, and then rush down to the kids and pull out the sentence onto your line.
Okay, so you rush downstairs.
And kind of sit down and just kind of look at this person and be like, wait a minute, that what you're saying makes no sense. Like, literally, however long we've been on this boat, literally anybody you kill from that group is going to turn all of them against you. Ironically, as fun as you made it sound to be that martyr, it's like I'm the most logical choice, regardless of the fact A, they have no true holding to me. B, there's really no reason to martyr around my death for this. And C, there's not a single person on this boat they wouldn't get behind except me, probably. Or you, but obviously you're not killing yourself.
Stumbled across the very point that I was making. There is nobody on this boat that's death would have a great impact in my favor. It would just rally you against me. So thank you for coming to see us. I hope your adventure goes as best as it possibly could.
Who are you killing?
What a question. Guess
The
you'll
second-
find out.
Oh, god damn it.
Did you want to release the banishment?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
What if Tumult just got shit on?
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going with this, and I was like, "This son of a bitch! No,
I'm
kill
assuming,
me! I kill
honestly,
me!"
I assume it's just going to be some random person that was important to a town somewhere that we do not know.
I feel like it's someone we do know but haven't spent much time with.
Could be so many people. Could be fucking Ivan. Yeah.
What kind of save am I making, Ian?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Damn it.
Kind of looks at you and goes, I appreciate your candor. You are a big one, aren't you? This has been a pleasant experience. I'm sure y'all feel the exact same. And I'm sure that I'll be seeing all of you again.
I hope not.
For your sakes, I hope not either.
No, I hope they don't find out who you killed.
I'm sure they will at some point.
Do a quick head count and make sure.
It's
Is
no one on
everybody
this boat that
standing
fucked
on the
us.
boat?
Everyone that was on the deck except for Ileana is on the deck.
Shit.
But
Um,
Ileana also ran downstairs to go check on the children. So
I know,
Um,
but I'm still going to go run down and check on Ileana.
you run down. He looks at the rest of you and goes, till next time. Nods his head and just free falls off the front of the ship into the ocean.
I do not like it.
Zaxum, who the fuck is that?
I told you. His name is Grim. It wasn't always, but he destroyed all records of who he was before. He is one of 5 individuals who have taken it upon themselves to hunt down other members of our order and gather their power for themselves.
I thought it was impossible to take more than one Arcanus Magnate's power.
As did we. We don't know how they do it. In the entirety of our order, spanning across the entire prime material realm, we don't know. What we do know is that that man could have killed me in an instant. Could have literally ripped the soul out of anyone here, making it impossible to bring them back.
And yet he let us walk away.
Oh, he didn't let
sound
us.
like
He
it.
just took something from us, and I don't know what it is.
Yes, but that is still someone who is powerful enough to kill us all where we stood. He let us walk away and gave us a piece of suffering in return. Suffering we don't know yet. If you just fucking killed Harlan or Sagarin.
God damn it.
So many people.
Just Kimber sitting at home casually, just like, oh no! Like his husband just drops dead. Damn.
I remember Kimber said if I ever killed his husband off, he'd come back, he'd like force himself back into the game as a permanent player to get his revenge or some shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Are we going to continue to the plane of water to gather
Yeah.
the giant relics to fix the ordning, knowing we have to come back here?
We need to figure out where we're going, yeah?
We were doing a drive-by of this place and headed to the plane of water, right?
That was the plan originally, yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, no use getting down about it. We don't know who they killed. There's no point in going down about it until we find out who it is. I'll just go climb back up to the crow's nest.
Well, with that, I'm still down checking on.
Yeah.
Ileana.
The 2 of you run down, and all 6 of the children are safe. Gum, Soup, Phil, everyone's accounted for that was on the boat. And the horses. Princess Pony and Awesome.
Ileana, what do you message to Olan?
I was gonna message Olan on my way down there to make a portal for the kids, get the kids out of here. Because Ileana didn't hear the last of that conversation.
As soon as you said that, the portal opens and Olan runs through and goes, up there.
Very big problem.
Yeah, up there.
Olan is on the deck of the ship. Hey.
Hello.
I run back upstairs.
We ran into Grim.
Kind of like pauses for a minute, glances over at Zexum, who is still like verge of panic attack, terrified, and just kind of like looks back and goes,
Tepartos, can you give them like a calm emotions? Is that something you have on hand?
I do not believe that is something I have prepared, but
You can offer
it's fine.
Zexum a shot.
it's fine. No, I'll be fine. I just need a moment. Olan kind of just like looks at you guys and goes, yeah, no, that makes sense.
He is
that makes
protecting
sense.
the Frost Giants. And
It's you
we're not-
guys.
Yeah.
Why would all the scary things in the world go after anyone else?
Fucking damn it.
Apparently,
You
he's
literally
already
have gods
killed
chasing you.
like 3 copies of us already.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He could kill me in an instant.
And he
Why?
killed
Honestly,
someone.
if I would have showed my face, he probably would have killed me. Why hasn't he?
If you don't mind my asking, if he's
Because I'm
this-
worthless to him.
Why?
Because he can't really gain anything from me.
That's frightening.
Oh, because of
and-
your curse, or that you have matched magics?
The gifts of the Arcanus Magnate are about learning and growing your power. As someone who can no longer learn or acquire power, you'd be stagnated with a worthless book that will constantly deteriorate as I use any sort of magic other than my innate abilities.
So I got a tough question for you.
Yeah,
How do we destroy a book?
books are ultimately inconsequential. It's the stones. I took you to the harbor. You've seen the trees.
Okay.
Destroying them, tricky, but can be done. Powerful dispel magic, if placed directly and if strong enough, would immediately sap the power from one of our stones, ultimately rendering us useless. It's a pretty hefty downside. But, well, that's why we all generally keep ours hidden. Except for those of us too pig-headed and bold to keep them hidden.
Did we see any stones on him?
No.
I didn't think so.
If I may ask a question, how many books?
5.
And a potential 6th on the way, because I guess the Frost Giants have a powerful yet once frozen Arcanus Magnate in their grasp and are using it as a bargaining chip.
You say that. And Olan immediately is serious-eyed, looking directly at you. Did you get a name?
We did not, no. He was buried miles below the ice up here, and they found him when they created the fortress below. It's what Grim wants. It's why Grim won't let anyone get closer to the Frost Giants. Can we move the ship slightly farther away from here, having this
I
conversation?
assumed you guys were already
Okay,
headed
cool.
away from here.
So I was about to say it because I was gonna like lean over, like I don't really want to be the asshole, regardless if I sound like one. Like, can we just move away? I'd rather not stay anywhere. near-
Cool. If it was base level assumed that already happened, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not poke this bear in this zoo.
Especially bringing Olan here. And
Yeah.
Yeah, Olan looks at you and goes, I have to go. No other words, steps through a portal and disappears.
What? Okay.
Oh, this is great. Why is there always some uber powerful person who absolutely wants us dead and yet never bothers to pull the trigger?
Because what else are the chosen ones supposed to do but continue growing their legacy and be chosen?
I'm just saying, it could be great to just have a thing being like, hey, here's the thing, go get the thing. Nothing tries to kill us, we get the thing, and then we go on a just.
That's how we got the shield, to be fair.
Yes, I suppose that is fair.
One of how many?
7.
Treehouse.
You're in the wrong kind of adventuring to Parthos.
To be fair, none of us signed up for, well, most of us did not sign up for this adventuring.
We did not.
I can't speak for everyone, but I know Tepartos and I lived in the woods, left the woods, ran into destiny.
Same. Exact same.
Gergak wanted friends.
Yeah.
He just got the adventuring as well. Ileana, we, to be fair, had not gone much into how you... We found Ileana in the Chaos Realm. I don't know if she had much of a choice. Anouk is really the only one who has done any adventuring prior.
Yet you still remain.
And yet we still remain.
We don't have a choice anymore.
See, Soup. You're just kind of loosely steering the ship while you guys are having your little circle powwow. Goes, does that make Zycor the most experienced adventurer in this entire group?
On paper, technically.
Also debatable. I mean, like, regardless of the fact they wanted to, they still have
Yeah, we still did the adventures.
done things.
We're still fighting gods.
I mean, to be fair, our rap sheet is 2 months at most with a 6-month break. Zycor's been training for this his entire life. So yes, he is. His adventures were just much smaller. He did more Adventurers League. We're doing homebrew campaign.
You've all reached a similar skill level, but some of you exponentially grew rather than casually grew.
Anyway, with
Now
I
what?
suppose
Do
having
we
a hard.
keep at it?
What other choice do we have? Either we do nothing, and the Frost Giants win the Ordning, kill the world, and he lives anyway and continues collecting Arcanus Magnate books for those that survive.
And it's a very boring show.
Or
That's also why he
True.
didn't kill us all. Welcome to the
I-
new season.
Nah, I got plans. I had plans for 4 separate outcomes of that encounter.
Yeah. I was like, we could try to fight this. It's not gonna work, but we can try.
I mean, as he also said, the chances are we're probably going to go off, do a whole bunch of shit, get stronger, and end up back there at some point later on down the road where I wouldn't say it's not insurmountable, but the odds would definitely not be so heavily tipped in his favor.
Yeah, we could make really strong friends on the way.
I mean, like, there's a lot that can be done in between then and there. Like, I've seen people become that powerful and more powerful, but like, it's a choice. Are you willing to go the extra mile? To Parthos, you were kind of against the only thing he really wanted, but eventually you're going to have to be okay with somebody of some unknown origin and name possibly being the sacrifice for you. Possibly. Doesn't mean it has to be the only option, but it has to be an option on the table. It's a fact that every adventurer hates the most, but you have to come to terms with it. Some people are...
Parthos will continue to spend his time in denial. The Parthos did not sign up for this,
It's good river.
and
Yeah.
this idea is mutually exclusive.
Dakota.
Photo. DM inspiration.
Yes.
Zycor, as you're saying this, Phil, kind of leaning up against the rails. He's still been in his like super driven, bust ass to get better work state. And he just looks at you and goes, "Thing you're forgetting is that all of us already had that sacrifice happen. We already had someone give their life just for us to keep going."
Yeah.
Then he just turns and looks
Well-
and goes right back to what he was doing.
So, not berating that choice. The fact was, it was that person's choice, and from the looks of it, it couldn't be stopped, and that's the only reason why it was allowed to happen.
I'm
We're
still
going-
struggling to see your point.
Let's
I'm
just
saying
keep going.
What Grim said. He had to make choices.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some power and some journeys to attain said power lead to very difficult life and death choices. And sometimes you have to choose your life over someone else's. The best offer we had was off the table just because your guys' morals, which isn't bad. But at the end of the day, it was an option that we could have had on the table. I mean, we also don't know anything about the Arcanus Magnate he wants to book from. It could have just been another evil one that went around killing people, but he just wants him for whatever power he has.
It
Like his
seemed to
particular
be-
magic could be useful to him.
That'd be kind of worse,
If we
right?
have
Though.
an out of check, uber powerful wizard killer that is threatening our lives constantly, giving him another source to uber power is not something that I'm incredibly interested in, even if it causes me to live a little bit longer.
I mean, he's going to get it anyway from the Frost Giants. It was either
Unless
we
we
give it
stop
to
him.
him and he helps us stop the Frost Giants for now, and then we deal with him later, or he gets it from them later,
And
and we'd
appears
have to
as
deal
though
with him when
that's-
he's more powerful.
Then at this point, the plan should likely be try to get strong enough to at least try to stop him when the time is coming.
That's where I'm headed here. I'm
Yes.
saying sometimes the power we might have to take could be a little darker.
I'm scared of the dark.
I will take my chances.
Figuratively.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, figuratively. I mean, like, there's contracts with devils, other unholy godly powers that not necessarily you have to take, but if someone else was to take it, would you be against it?
What you do with your soul is your business. What we do with the lives of others is all of our collective business. While I may not enjoy or approve of the powers of the unholy or the damned or anything like that, I know that Ileana has been carrying around very, very many skeletons. If we're being honest, an uncomfortable number of skeletons. But I love Ileana, and I understand that she is doing it for the betterment of this party, I believe. I haven't... Anyway. Those powers, those contracts, those are things you sign. I will be putting my faith where I have seen its power show, and that is through the light and the love of Sylvanas.
Like I said, it wasn't
Pure
like
badass ass
specifically-
kickery.
It wasn't specifically like you had to make the decisions. It's can you live with people close to you making those decisions, or are you just going to fight them the whole time?
I can live with it. Have I fought you? I fought you on many things, but have I fought you on this?
Yes. I was
When?
fully on board with letting him have that Arcanus Magnate.
I believe there is a difference between giving somebody a person and signing a contract yourself.
That's cool. We came to the agreement. If the choice is to be made, all I ask is you respect to do it. If it results in us possibly beating him.
The Arcanus Magnate did seem someone potentially important to Olan.
Yes.
Likely someone important to the world.
Jackson, do you have any idea who it could potentially be?
In a world where childhood stories, more often than not, turn out to be more fact than fiction, there are 100 people it could be. But any one of them would not be someone we want to have their power just freely given. But the simple truth is that all Arcanus Magnate power is given. Each one of our tomes is, think of them like sacred family heirlooms. But instead of being passed from family to family, they're passed from one member of the order to another. Our power does not reside in them, but the knowledge does. The pages will rewrite themselves so that someone can regain their journey, can begin a new journey for themselves. But each time one is passed to the next, the compounded knowledge makes it easier and easier for someone to achieve greater and more powerful things. The reason that it is terrifying that someone can acquire so many layers of an Arcanus Magnate's power is not because they then have the ability to use those different affinities. It is because their power now grows that exponentially faster as they train themselves. It is likely Grimm did not want the tome for the affinity or the spells inside of it. He knows well that he would not acquire any of those things.
He wanted its ancient power.
And the unfortunate side of all of this is that ultimately, when he is defeated, if he is defeated, all of that will go somewhere. That combined pool of power will go to one person and then be channeled into a single tome to repeat the process at an exponential scale.
An impossible amount of power for one person to hold. So if we end him, the cycle just continues indefinitely with compounding strength.
And then it becomes a gamble of who the book goes to.
Could be a great good or a vicious evil.
With no way of knowing who the next bearer would be.
So it would not necessarily be put into the hands of the nearest Arcanus Magnate who had defeated him. The power would just transfer itself randomly out into the world.
That random transfer of power is why it was impossible for someone to acquire the powers of another Arcanus Magnate. If it was as simple as kill them, collect the stones, this would be something that multitudes of people tried to do. It would have shut the order down centuries ago. But
there are 5 people that have figured it out.
And likely not on their own.
Yeah, I'm going to assume people in the past figured it out because of someone that he is super interested in that already had a great source of power. Could be someone that just received a tome that you're speaking of. Like they could have received one that after someone was slain that had a bunch of power accumulated.
Or it's one from one of the original founders, or there's a plethora of reasons, but it's not unlikely that people before these 5 individuals have found them. I would actually err on the side that it is improbable, because the people that have found the way to use this power and to obtain this power have infinite ways to keep themselves going.
Is there no downside to channeling this much arcane energy? To having this incredible exponential growth of power? Is there no limit, no cap?
That's what the stones are for. They harness the power. They let you augment it and bend it to your will. We are constantly compounding this power in ourselves as we train, as we learn new spells, as we create new magics. But we have to exert that magic. Think of it as a pool, a reservoir. You can't just have a dam that constantly builds or it will overflow.
There must be a release of pressure.
Most Arcanus Magnate use that to create new magics to use, to expand their knowledge, expand their horizons. In certain cases, people don't. And then all of their magic energy consumes them and is lost. Not to be recycled, not to be sent to someone new. To return to the natural magics that flow around the world itself.
So it does all eventually go back to the world.
Eventually, but it's not very common that it does.
Could he become too powerful at one point that would be unstoppable for him to just implode and have his magics returned?
Eventually, but it would require him to absorb a massive amount of magic all at once.
Like potentially from this tome that he is seeking?
He's too smart for that. The ratios would have to meet to where there was not enough augmentation coming from the stones embedded into his body to harness that magic and give it an outlet. Destroying stones faster than he can use the magic to release from that reservoir is a way that can happen.
But the sheer magical volume required would be near impossible to pull off, especially in such a short amount of time.
Break his stones.
Retaliation.
Break his stones down to 1. 5 times the magic coming out of one source. Boom.
But you would have to be able to accomplish that while he defended himself.
There is the rub.
Have you ever heard of the mastery skill that Arcanus Magnate can acquire? I gathered you wouldn't have.
Ileana and I might be the only ones who have. Maybe Tapartos, but his reading was very focused.
Even then, it's a very kind of close-guarded secret because not many people ever reach this level before they die. It's like high-tier master.
It was just like, if any of us, maybe us too, but I doubted it.
At certain points, an Arcanus Magnate can have the ability to take total control over all magic in a certain area. That's what's happening around the Frost Giant stronghold.
He has complete magical control over it.
It's likely that if we would have started some sort of combat with him, the entire ship would have been enveloped. Your healing would have been useless. Ileana's attack magics would have been useless. It does not matter the source, be it divine, arcane, or natural. Weapons rendered useless. Magical ones, at the least. But it's not just that. It's a complete redirection. You could go to heal one of your allies and instead just be bolstering the health of your enemy. You could go to cast a powerful offensive spell and have it hit your weakest ally. Now, granted, it generally only works on spells or enchantments. So, arguably, Anuk and Garagak would be at least have access to some of their abilities. Ileana would, as much as I hate to say it, be ultimately rendered quite useless. If that zone was to exist, it could even mean the loss of Gungrar's soul for the rest of eternity.
So he is an insurmountable foe.
Not necessarily. Everyone has weaknesses.
Just have to figure out what they are. Or what we could possibly use to overcome the overwhelming force that is him.
But if there's ever a group of people that I think could come up with a solution, it's you.
Well, let's add it to the list.
I believe in you far more than I believe in myself. I believe in you all more than I believe in even Thestios or Alon. The fact is, you have other means to fight than we do. Everything we have, he has, at our best, 5 times the amount of. But enough about this, yes? We
We'll have
agree we're
plenty of
not going
time
to
to
go
keep
back in and
speaking.
fight him now. That seems foolish. I mean, if y'all are down, I fuck with it. I'm good.
Captain?
Let us just continue course to the plane of fire or water, because it is the next closest thing we could imagine.
Let's continue.
You all continue on your journey. You all are heading, presumably because you have the marked location map, towards the dot marked Maelstrom.
Wait, we have a marked location map?
The one that I've given you has all the town names.
Oh, it's so far south.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's over by the whale bones.
It's literally all the way on the bottom of the map.
We have to travel so many miles.
Hot diddly damn. Good
Over
thing we have a
open
big
sea.
flying boat.
I mean, if y'all want to go towards that one, you do have other options.
How long would it take us to get there? Thinking about, distance and maps and charting courses and time.
I mean, our other options, I think, are farther.
Yeah, except for
'Cause-
hell. We could go there anytime.
There's the deserts
It's
of
the-
Rock, which are over here.
Getting back, that's a problem.
God,
Yeah.
551
There's the
miles.
Star Mounts,
Only 300 miles from Neverwinter.
which I don't even know where the Star Mounts are.
Do we need something from Neverwinter?
No. Just
Oh,
like
okay.
seeing how close things are.
There's
I
the
gotcha.
plane of air that we can we can just miscellaneously fly through the air until we happen to stumble upon it.
Yeah,
Because it
we
cannot
could hit
be
that on our way.
pinpointed. We can find a Fey creature who can send us to the Feywild. We could pop the crystal and send us to hell, leaving the ship floating here with our crew.
Would it take the ship? It's
No.
everything within, or just people?
Everything, I think it is creatures within 20 feet of it.
Okay.
Unless it'll take a whole chunk of our ship, and then that's a problem.
That's
that
what
we're
I was
gonna have to deal
wondering.
with.
Yeah,
Just like zonk.
that'd be a thing to know. That way we don't just like do that while we're standing on the ship.
Or we can just try again to find that fallen hero, which we know was near there. Don't know if they still are, or if it's still Gum Gum. It's either that or places that are just as far. Because yeah, Honorok's over here. Plane of Air is fucking somewhere. I don't know where the Star Mounts are located.
So
Star
it's
mounts are in the high forest, right here.
Looking like it'd take you
Oh.
guys about 12 to 14 days travel.
Holy shit!
700 miles to Star Mounts, about
Oh, wait.
600 miles to.
Didn't Olan tell us he could just teleport us and the ship?
He might be a
He's-
little busy right
Did
now.
he? He's yeah.
I thought he did. I thought he told us that.
He did say he could, but only to places that he knew about or that existed. His magic is based off of locations he's been to or people that he has been in close contact with.
I mean, you could toss us to Waterdeep, but because we have been taken to Waterdeep before, but then that's just a ship apparating in the skies of Waterdeep.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah.
the government's not going to be too happy about that one.
Nah, do it.
I mean, we already killed a good chunk of the High King's army in a war, so
Just
Did.
the Royal Guard. Just the Royal Guard.
Yeah, no big deal.
Also, we didn't kill them.
no, but we recruited them to go die.
Yeah, we got them killed.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, they were going to die either way.
True.
So it seems like anywhere we're going to go is going to be 10
2
days of
weeks.
travel or more,
Yeah.
Well,
or hell. But
We're not ready for that one yet, I don't
Yeah.
think.
mm-mm.
Portos
Yeah.
needs a little bit more preparation time. Just
yeah,
on
not
an
positive
emotional
how we're
level.
gonna leave hell is the big thing.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
we're ready
Well-
to teleport straight to the second level of hell. Let's be real.
We can try to keep working on someone who was the fallen hero, but who knows if they are still on our ship or if they were just somewhere out in the area around the temple and we just left. So
Yeah.
Feeling
I'm
they were in the
so-
area of the
Wait.
temple.
The Eye of the Allfather?
yes. Well, I guess that was the only undead presence that was available, except for the Fey presence that.
Who else is now an undead that is living at the Eye of the Allfather?
Never said undead.
Never
That's
said
never
undead.
said-
I
Okay,
never
fine.
said
Has
that
gone
word.
there and back.
It's not harsh, not we asked.
Oh, it's not Harshnag? Okay.
No.
Did
I
we
wasn't in-
ask?
Yeah, I asked that.
Okay.
I was gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, no, we
That was
didn't
my
ask
second
that.
guess after the gum gum thing didn't work.
As a general rule of thumb, there are multiple things that you can use DM inspiration for.
A hint on a puzzle.
True.
Because I really, honestly, this is just you guys glancing over something very obvious in your brains. And now you
Which
sit
part?
and ponder it. Yeah.
We just went over a bunch of shit. Which part are we
Bartos
overlooking?
died.
Yeah,
Did?
Wait, is it Garagak?
I took a shit ton of naps.
Yeah.
Gary,
No, I died.
this?
I got disintegrated.
None of you went to the abyss.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking what's his name in the ship? Our devil friend.
He didn't go to the abyss.
Yeah, he went to hell.
He also wasn't on the ship when you guys were at the Eye of the Allfather.
Yeah.
So I
Is it the
think I
kids?
have an idea if we want to go to the Feywild. But I'm gonna need to sleep on it first.
At this point, it has to be one of the kids or dude.
Could be Mr. Mutton.
Oh my god.
Yes, I was the fallen warrior all along. Take me
Sad.
with you. I'll
Ugh.
take you to
Tis
the abyss.
I'd give you Mr. Mutton.
He's kind of
Not
the
me.
general of leftover.
So who's at the helm right now?
Soup.
dude.
Okay, then I'm gonna go below decks and go to sleep. Or something.
Okay.
Let's see.
The Partos believes it might be a good idea to
Yeah, I'm not using
at least stick with what we know. And for the most part, we know where we can get to the plane of water. And we know something is there.
We know how to
Even
get
if it
to
takes us a
several of the
while?
planes.
True. But this is the one we were already steering a course for.
Alex, I'm gonna spend my DM point. Your face.
You don't have, no, you don't have to. No, it's not that. It's like I love I love watching you guys process things and work through things. And all of you guys have been like right there the whole time. And okay, do you want to burn your
Yeah,
inspiration?
fuck it.
Okay, let's walk through this. You know, what are some details we know? One, it is a fallen hero that has traveled to the abyss. Two, it is someone who last session that we recorded, when you got the information, was on the ship still. So that eliminates everyone in the party except for Tapartos, Soup, Phil, Gum Gum, the 4 kids, and Zexon. Because arguably the 2 toddlers have not been dead and to the abyss and come back.
Is it the kid I revived?
What other characters have you interacted with close to the party
Did we ever ask Zexon?
who are a hero? You did ask Zexum. Zexum's never
Okay.
died or been to the abyss.
Is it Phil?
What other, hear me out, what other characters have you interacted with that are fallen heroes of a high enough power that they could have gone to the abyss and come back alive?
Oh, fucking Grim.
He wasn't on the ship.
Grim was
No.
not on the ship.
Oh, okay.
This is
I
while
thought-
we were at the Eye of the
Yeah.
Allfather stuff.
Okay.
Because who was there? No. Like, you were at the end of the session before that. Who was all
Okay.
there before we Is it Olan?
Olan was not on the ship.
Oh, Olan wasn't back.
You
He was
guys
there for a
are-
bit, and then he left, and then he came back.
Wait, is it Princess Pony and Amazing?
It is not Princess Pony or Amazing. It is not someone who had a physical body on the ship.
Gungrar.
Fucking Gungar.
Who was in Orc Splitter last session when Taparto stayed on the boat when you guys went in to talk to the Oracle.
God damn.
Yep.
Whose entire person is contained in that weapon. Someone said the name Gungrar at the Eye of the Allfather. I don't remember who it was, and I was like, yeah, I knew that was going to be easy for them to figure out. And then every time you've
Oh,
had
shit, I
conversations
think-
about it, nobody said a fucking word about him, and I'm like, guys, Dash, you can keep your point of DM inspiration. Mark that back. That felt
I am
it
so
feels
sorry
bad
for
for
me,
that
guys.
little of a thing.
Oh shit!
Unfort.
But that's I was like, you guys were there. Like you had named everybody else on the ship. You guys were grinding those gears in circles. I wanted you to have all of the information that I assumed you would have at this point of all of the ways you can get to places. So that way,
Alex, we're idiots, though.
right. So the only reason I say that is because I want you guys to have access to as much as I can possibly give you.
Thank you.
Right? I want this whole campaign has been pretty one stop to one stop to one stop to one stop. And while you guys have had the choices to go other places, there's always been things that are driving you to, it's pick option A or option B. Now it's options A through E, right? Or A through F, or however that tracks out. So I want you guys to have all of that information before you make that choice, because in all reality, your travel times are 1 or 2 days difference to anywhere that you're trying to get to.
Except for the very different planes, which we can port to in some variety.
Well, then I say we just keep going south while Tapartos talks to Gungar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth it to head in that direction while we try and poke our other bases. And if push comes to shove and we decide to port out somewhere, tell our crew to stop at the whale bones and just hang out while we're gone. And then we'll port back in the middle of the ocean. We'll figure that out.
Watch us come back and there's some sort of fucking like sky kraken hitting the ship.
See, this is why I wanted to put plants on the ship before we left.
Oh, I can. If you have
Does
seeds,
that work
I can
between
help.
planes?
What?
No, but if we come back someplace and we don't know where we are,
You can
We
get
can
to
just-
the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, enough.
Oh,
if
I
you
or
can
I
do
could
that
go
on the
from
fly.
the ship someplace else if we, that was really the whole idea, was to
You guys can
Have a
absolutely
door.
grow some fucking stuff on
honestly,
this ship.
Yeah.
Nook and Geragak, if you guys do want to create a plant work, I have plant growth. I can take an entire day and focus and exponentially grow your plants.
Yeah.
we may have seeds, yeah, but we don't have the dirt.
I mean, you guys are close enough to shore that to get back to, like, if you headed south to add like 2 days to your travel to get to the Maelstrom, you could easily swing to the coast, like to that forest, the Neverwinter Wood
Mm-hmm.
right there, and gather everything you guys needed if that was something you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And honestly, super dope idea.
You could fly down as a sparrow and grab a jar of dirt,
When we first got the ship, I asked to do
Shut
that.
up, Coda.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
Literally,
Oh,
I'm
fuck
just
me.
a little.
Went way over my head for the first chunk there.
Now, Hero, after you said it again, I do remember you talking about it when the ship first showed up. But honestly, until you said that, I had completely forgotten that was a thing you had brought up. Absolutely do the thing.
Sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I mean, between Lysander and myself, we've got enough plant growth to make the entire ship a forest.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
put like on this back chunk here where the
Well, that's not what I was thinking. It's going to be like dripping in vines and ivy and palm trees and
as long as you're not going to be extremely upset if we get attacked by something and the plants go bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
What's the
looking out
range
for
on
your
that, by
health.
the way?
plant growth.
Yeah, the
Minimum 100 feet, maximum a mile.
Yeah.
Half mile, sorry.
okay.
Yeah, between the two of that, it would be literally take like a day.
Yep.
To turn
And
it
the
into a forest.
Well,
The
considering,
entire-
yeah, an action is all normal plants with a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. If you cast a spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within range become enriched for a year. The plants yield twice the normal amount of food when harvested.
That's
You guys are
pretty
just
good.
gonna have fucking fruit trees. Like, who needs to carry food? You'll just have an abundant flying
We're keeping
resource
away the
pool.
scurvy.
Yeah. I mean, copyright thing, but Nami from One Piece, she grows fruits on the back of
Ian?
the Thousand Sunny. Fuck you, Alex. I like my anime.
I've said it a million times. Nobody gives a shit about One Piece.
Gives a shit about Bleach. Nobody gives a shit about One Piece. Nobody gives a shit about Ian.
Hey, I give a
I
shit
like
about
Bleach.
I give a shit about Ian.
Yeah.
I also would like to add the last one.
Yeah, I was like, I love how both of you chimed in. Hey now. I care about Bleach.
To be fair, when we started to say we care about Bleach, you hadn't said fuck Ian.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway, sorry
so
for the tangent.
the current plan is going to be 13 to 15 day travel, including a stop off on the coast to gather some coastal vegetation and some soil and shit to make your guys' ship all fancy and a flying oasis, basically.
Greenhouse ship.
Yeah. So
This does really fit the Sylvanas aesthetic, though, so I'm on board.
yeah. You guys just gonna take down the crow's nest and replace it with a palm tree with a ladder on it, like.
Zygor hangs out in a palm tree.
I'm down.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'm here for it.
Perfect.
I've got something else in mind too.
All right, so what we're going to start with, because you guys are doing open travel, so we're doing open travel rolls to make sure. You guys have cleared out most of my fun ones, so I've added new ones.
It is not my role. It's the Parthos.
All of you are probably going to end up rolling at least twice,
Fine.
depending on how rolls go.
I will go as late as possible so we don't have to get attacked by something right away.
Okay.
So is it my turn?
So whoever wants to go first, it's just a percentile roll on the day, because all of you, I was going to say, all of you have your jobs, all of you are getting proficiency with your jobs as you're going through.
I'm going to be training with Zekor.
One of these days, I will eventually ask Zexum to spar during one of my sessions, just so I can get used to fighting an actual person while doing my training.
Sure. You can do that. They beat the shit out of you wholeheartedly.
Obviously.
But it's good practice. 22. That's a good one. The day goes by extremely fruitfully. You actually cut a day off of your travel with just smooth sailing, clear skies, good navigation, things like that. No ill will. Who would like to roll next for the second day as you're heading? You guys will be turning towards the coast at this point.
59.
59. Okay, so there are tumultuous skies. There's a little bit of a storm. You guys end up having to fly a little lower. Things like that. The adjustments and everything trying to get around the storm, get through it safely, end up costing you guys a day of travel. So you guys even back out to that original 14 days.
Ruined it.
No, that's fine. Don't stress it.
Partos, were you going to speak to Gungrar on the way?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some talking to Gungrar while we're going through here.
All right, we can do that while those guys, we'll say like while they go to the beach to start collecting stuff, you can talk to Gungrar and make that a thing. Unless it's something everybody wants to be around for, in which case we can do that as a group conversation. But okay, so this is the last day traveling towards the beach itself. You guys will arrive at midday or so, give you plenty of time to get everything you guys need to get. Who would like to do the third roll?
I got it. 74.
74.
What did I do?
I like a 74.
He looks happy about that roll.
Those are usually attacks or some other storm that damages the ship and shit.
74s are fun.
But we've had 2 days to change spells, and we've had 2 days to rest. And
I'm going to go and take me a long rest.
Yeah.
And look at my spells.
I've been looking at my spells since we started this damn game.
I'm going to have to reopen D&D.
All of D&D. Every single bit.
Just gotta
Oh, there we go. Finally.
The entirety.
It wouldn't let me heal for some reason.
So,
yeah.
how
this
are
is
you
combat.
hurt?
I got ate a meteor storm.
Oh, that's right.
I ate it.
I ate a meteor.
Also, preemptively, every night before I go to bed, is it cool if I start casting Heroes Feast so that we get...
Sure, do you have all of those chalices and money to
Oh,
use
no,
all the
I don't.
resources?
Never mind.
But that's a
something
shit
else
ton
I
of
wanted to
mats.
It's like, that's 1,000 gold a night.
Yeah, no. I was like, oh yeah, I can do
And
that.
I know you sure as
there's
shit did
something
not
else.
buy 14 of those chalices when you went
I sure
through.
as shit did not. I bought one, and it's gone. There's something else I wanted to cast on a nightly, but I don't remember what it was.
Every morning I want to cast Dreadcraft so I know what the weather's like.
Your answer
me
will
look
be
at it.
whatever the weather I dictate for the roll is. Because the rolls decide the weather, baby.
Yeah.
You guys are coming to land near the coast.
Alex, I made a Zexum token.
Did you?
It did. Because
don't
they were
have it.
hot.
I don't think I have it updated on Roll20 yet, so we will have to continue to use Tumult's token for this one, and for the next one, I will make sure I get that done.
You mean
So we are
Dandelion's
fighting
token?
something.
Huh?
Dandelion's here.
Yeah, that one. Whatever one is on there. I'm not looking at that screen right now.
Hey, look, we're fighting an Dandelion clone.
No, I'm not that mean. You guys come down near ground. You all are just getting to the point where you're lowering ladders, getting ready to hop off to go to ground. And then you hear the sound of water rushing. Underneath the ship, a small maelstrom, small whirlpool appears. But instead of pulling water down, it starts to push water up.
Hmm.
And you see it branches. And hopping onto the ship, well, floating onto the ship, more accurately, are 6 water elementals.
Oh, fine.
You all know damn well what I'm about to ask you to do.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Ultimately, because you guys don't need them, Phil, Soup, and Gum Gum are watching the kids below deck. For the more challenging combats, everybody will be out here, but this is ultimately not that difficult of one, so you guys are fine.
Can't believe Zexum got a 39.
I mean, he's very fast.
Rogues are fucking broken.
Yeah, they're
Jackson's
They're
not
nuts.
a rogue.
Yeah, he's not a rogue. It's just his Arcanus Magnate power.
Yeah,
He's very
Now,
not
what did
fast.
Zach get?
They're not.
I only got an 18.
they then
I only have a +5 to initiative. I just have advantage because I have a short sword of warning.
Garagak, you got a 23. That means you go first. I'll have to fix that later. Ileana, 27. Yes. Okay. Anuk, 14.
No, Anuk 18.
Perfect. Zykor, 18. Tapartos, 12.
It was 21, but I can just keep the 12.
No, you're fine. Lysander, 12.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Garagak, all these things have disappeared on the edge of the ship. Well, your turn. What you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna try something. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna cast Destroy Water.
Okay.
I'll do it on the one right next to me here. This guy. I don't. Is it doing it? Yeah, there you go. That guy.
I feel like there was a specific thing on the creature itself for this thing, but I don't think so.
It removes 10 gallons of him. Hopefully, he's only a 10-gallon water elemental.
Absolutely not. It's a large creature. Each of these things are about 10 feet tall.
Oh well.
But it could hurt them.
Good. Worth
Yeah.
a shot.
No, it will hurt them. I'm just trying to figure out how I let you roll damage for this.
Not a clue.
Yeah, you need to think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Because that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Nice.
According
sorry,
to Jeremy Crawford's Twitter in 2018,
reliable
a water
source.
elementer is not a water, it's a creature. So
It's made
it
of
doesn't
water.
have an effect.
So I can't. Knowing
Water's an
full
element.
well that there is
Yeah, it's
no
just
chance.
that was a random Twitter.
right.
Well, not a random, but
it's not. That is not a random Twitter. In
Yeah,
any
it's
capacity.
a tweet I happened to pull up.
And knowing full well that Jeremy Crawford will never watch this, in this exact moment, Jeremy Crawford can get fucked because that's dumb. First level spell, go ahead and roll me. I will say 2d10, and then it'll be plus 1d10 for the higher level that it's cast.
Oh, crit success and crit fail all at the same time.
Hey, it happens. You do 11 points of damage. It goes. You
Okay.
can't tell if that was it being like, "Oh yeah, baby," or like, "Oh dear God, no," but it made a noise. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I can still swing on him, right? Because I get 2 attacks.
Oh, casting a spell is an action, and the attack action is what gives you your multi-attack for 2 attacks.
Okay. I will just rage then.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You could go full werebear and start biting motherfuckers.
I can only do 1 bonus action, so I could either go werebear or rage.
Yeah, I meant instead.
Yeah.
Zaxum's turn. Zaxum's going to kind of look around and go, "You got this." Woo! Yeah. Then you cast haste on Lysander.
Nice.
Eliana.
Ileana will chill with Zaxxon, and then upon seeing Zaxxon go over to give Ileana, give Lysander a beneficial spell, Ileana will skip over there and also give Lysander a beneficial spell and cast Greater Invisibility on Lysander.
All right.
That's it for me.
I'm invisible and fast.
Bartos.
I'm gonna go. I guess I'll just go. No, stop that. There we go. Gonna go up to Jabroni. Actually, I'm gonna go this side of Jabroni. And really hope that I don't fall off the ship. And I'm gonna bop it. First off, I'm gonna do a what's it?
First off,
Spiritual
you're gonna,
weapon.
Twist it and pull it.
Spiritual weapon. That's an 11 to hit, which I'm assuming doesn't go down. But
your spiritual weapon is a Harlan.
Awesome, sounds good. So my Harlan doesn't hit, probably because it'd be very hard to pick him up and try to hit him water with it.
11 does not hit. You're correct.
Okay. And then just to start off with, I'm just gonna hit him with Gungrar.
You mean Orc Splitter?
Nope, Gungrar.
Fuck, lad! What the fuck are you doing swinging me around the little club? 23 does hit.
For 7 slashing, and I'm not sure. Do I have a divine strike on Gungrar? Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's your weapon. You tell me what it does.
So that's gonna be 13 damage. 6 radiant.
Ralph DiMaggio's.
And that's it.
Perfect. Anuk.
Seeing these creatures of water come up out of the ground, out from below, seeing that his buddy Garagak and him are still on the same wavelength, and that he destroyed water and it actually hurt the thing, I too will destroy water at 4th level.
So 5d10.
All right. And I will. Which one did he hit earlier?
The one directly to my left. Yeah.
Okay, that's the same one I'll target.
Perfect. For 28.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not nothing. Anything else, Anuk?
I'm gonna stay right here.
KK. Zygor.
You know the thing that rogues like to do when I'm up in a crow's nest? I'm a hide.
Okay.
That's my
Little
bonus
stealth.
action.
Yeah, little stuff.
And this has advantage.
All right.
All right.
You're fairly confident that they don't see you?
The lowest I could fucking possibly roll.
Oh yeah,
Got it.
because you rolled a 3 and a 5, or a 2
Yup.
and a 5.
But I can't roll below a 10. I'll just shoot at the one next to Garagak with my oath bow for now.
Perfect. Focus fire. I like it. I like it.
This is just a normal roll. Nope.
You have advantage because you're hidden.
Oh yeah.
Just hits.
Ooh.
20. And where am I 6d6 at? There you are. Plus 14. So 34.
34 damage. Looks pretty hurt.
That's me.
Alrighty. The water elementals.
Oh no!
So the two against Sapartos are going to do multi attacks.
Okay.
With actually, one of them is going to make multi attacks with advantage on you.
Why not both of them?
That's a good question. Why not both? That misses because
No.
you're insane.
No.
That misses because you're insane. And the one in the back is going to move onto your space.
Ah. Oh dear.
And is going to stop on top of you.
And try to drown me?
So it is going to use the Whelm action. Each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 15 strength saving throw. On a failure, a target takes damage. It's going to give me a strength saving throw.
20.
Perfect. Now that I read character sheets, we're going to be doing a little more of this.
Keep in mind, I am invisible to it. I didn't move, but I was invisible.
It just moved forward to where your last known locale was.
Cool.
So strength saving throws from Zyk. Oh no, Zykor's up in Crow's Nest. So from Anuk, Garagak, Lysander, Ileana.
Ileana gets a +5.
Oh, I'm making a save throw.
15 with
15.
advantage. Rip.
It still passes.
Oh, okay. We take those.
All right, all of you successfully save. Oh, wait, Anuk, what'd you get?
I don't know yet. I thought I hit the thing to make the save, and it didn't.
All right, so all of you resist the brutal whelm ability of the water elementals because I forgot I can't use normal monsters against you because, well,
Aren't they also like only CR5?
there's 6 of them.
Okay.
I thought,
They
You
do
know-
have quite a few hit points, though.
yeah.
This is going to take
No.
us a while.
I'm pretty familiar with these guys.
Yeah. So they accomplish nothing. Oh wait, this one is gonna move and take swings at Ileana
Protection fighting, it has disadvantage.
on one attack or
While you're wielding a shield, a creature you can see attacks a target other than you. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So I believe it's just one.
Oh, nice.
Well.
Looks it good.
okay. What a turn the elementals had. Lysander.
Well, I would like to slash the one that is trying to drown me
Smart.
with 3 attacks. And I will put a Divine Smite on that one. Just a first level. I don't remember how smites work. 2d8.
53 points of damage.
Paladins!
Correct.
And I am invisibly drowning in this man!
You
Well, not
are
drowning.
in this man.
But I am visibly in this creature.
With greater, do you lose greater invisibility? So you're not
No.
visibly.
It's still invisible.
It knows you're there now.
Yeah, I hit it from it. I
It
hit
floated
it
over
from
and
its
went,
organs.
whoa!
I am whelming something.
Garagak.
I guess I'm
Ian,
gonna
I
Dandy
hate
Bash the one
that.
that is on top of me.
You're welcome.
You're gonna what?
Dandy Bash the one that's on top of me.
Okay.
We can just walk out of these spaces, can't we?
13,
That's fair.
15.
Yeah, you're only grappled if you fail the saving throw.
Oof.
Both
Those
of those miss, buddy.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
I'm so sorry.
Uh,
What a wild thing that just happened.
That is all.
Okay.
Oh.
Zexum looks and goes, "Oh, maybe you don't have this as well as I thought you did."
I just did a lot.
Yeah, it was like watching Garagak. Like, this is gonna. Oh,
Hey, he's the one training me to hit precisely, so you know.
yeah, they are at 1. They are going to run over here. They are going to cast haste on you.
Okay.
So the haste drops on me?
Incorrect.
It's concentration.
I'm aware.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whoop. Haste gives you an additional attack,
Oh,
doubles your movement speed, and increases your AC by 2.
It's fantastic.
wow. That's
So you get
pretty
3
good.
attacks a turn.
Yeah. Unless I crit, then I get 4.
Monster gag.
It'd be pretty cool. You know, if I could roll good.
2 attacks of opportunity. One of them actually hits. 14 damage.
Does it have that much reach?
There's attacks of opportunity as he.
That's true. They did pass this one as well. I missed.
Yeah.
I thought it was this one, and I was like, "Can that reach them?"
Zexum takes 14 points of damage. Eliana.
I'll speak to the elemental, the like rude. How dare? And then I'll bonus action misty step. Like 30 feet. And then action. They have the prepared. Hold on, one sec. Yeah, action. Cure wounds at, let's say, 2nd level. So it's like some.
You heal them fully. What a kind soul.
And that's it for me.
Artos.
All right. I am going to cast. Stop that. Spirit Guardians. Actually, first I'm gonna run over here, and then I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians. So on their turn, they will have to make. So they'll take 16 radiant damage at the start of their next turn if they fail to save, and my spiritual weapon's gonna boop this guy.
Perfect.
18 to hit for 11 force damage.
It hits for 11 force damage.
Yay! That's it.
Perfect. Anuk.
Well, I don't like that they tried to make my friends not breathe, so I think I make it so that they breathe, and I cast water breathing on the party.
Yay!
Nice.
That's pretty good.
How long does that last?
Like
Water
an hour?
breathing?
It's a day.
I think it's 24
Duration
hours.
is 24 hours, and it's not a concentration spell.
Okay, so you guys win. Yep,
The only danger these presented is now gone.
correct. So, rather than sit and drag out this fight for you guys to burn through roughly 600 more health with them not doing a damn thing, Hero, you have once again solved my puzzle.
I mean, all right.
I mean, they do more than just that. They have slam attacks.
Yeah, with a +7, and since 90% of the party is a 27 AC, I'm aware of what you all can do. I'm aware of the mistakes that I've made by trying to make you fight monsters, because D&D random encounters are supposed to be random things you can find. And I thought, nope.
Alex, you're doing
Do
great.
like Kobold Fight Club and then bump up, just do everything on the deadly difficulty.
Oh, no. It's just time for more homebrew monsters that are infinitely
yeah.
more deadly than anything D&D Beyond has.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's fine. You have shown your worth. You have shown how powerful you are. Now I get to ramp it up.
I did basic damage.
I missed.
So did
Every time I threaten the party, Zach's like, not me. No, not me. Everyone else, not me.
It's 100% my own fault.
Except you're the one who told the guy our entire fucking plan.
That's true.
To be fair, I thought he knew. 'Cause
I
he's like,
mean, to be
I've
fair,
already
he
killed
definitely
part of
knew.
you. He didn't know about the other stuff.
So good job, guys. Good combat. Great.
Okay.
I should have done that on the first round instead of the destroy water. And I had thought about it. Then I went
was
and
like,
reread.
oh,
I
I'm
went and reread
back.
things that said, tries to suffocate them. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
water breathing.
yeah. I was like, saving throws. Saving throws is how we beat people, potentially.
Unless
And it's
they're
not a
standing near
spell.
me.
Right, and it's not a spell, so it's not half damage. They'll just grab you and then take you off the ship and drown you, and that's the whole bit.
You're trying to use my own tactics against me.
I tried.
Alex, you're doing great.
You are.
Yeah,
You're fantastic.
Sometimes we need, let's put it this way, if they're all grim, we're not going to have any fun. Sometimes we have to win good.
I thought you were all going to be dead before we had to do this random encounter, so
You thought your job was going to be over this
And
afternoon?
then Garrett
Reminder
gets
to the
out here
party.
just
Everybody
flowers.
build backup characters.
Already done.
Yeah,
No.
two roses and a do you like me, yes, no note.
correct.
Easy.
I already have
And
a
that
backup
saved all of
character.
you except for one random person.
I already have a backup character. He's hunting dragons.
No, he's not a backup. He was your front character.
Exactly.
He might have just died.
So we're gonna gather up. We're gonna make planter
Yeah.
boxes, and we're
You
gathering
guys-
vegetation
Yeah.
and multiple castings of plant growth.
Yeah. And then
And the best part is I'm really fast for a minute, so I can clamber off the ship real quickly.
when you
Alex,
stand
I'm
there
gonna,
like,
Alex, I want to try something as we
I-
take off,
okay.
and we have all these plants, and we've been casting plant
Yeah.
growth on them to do all this stuff. I'm gonna burn a 6th level spell, and I'm gonna cast Druid Grove.
Oh. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff there.
It's basically like Druid Sanctuary, right?
You have to cast
You
it
invoke
every
the
day for a
spirits of
year.
nature to protect an area outdoors or underground. The area can be as small as a 30-foot cube or as large as a 90-foot cube. Buildings and other structures are excluded from the affected area.
Do we fly out of the area, or does it fly with us?
If you cast it on the ship, I see no reason why it would not move with
Follow
the ship.
the ship.
That was one of the problems that you answered. Thank you.
And this is just 24 hours of this ship having grove guardians and undergrowth, and entire warded area radiates magic.
Mm-hmm.
If the dispel magic happens, it eliminates one of the 3 effects.
Ah.
And then you get to choose one of the bottom 3 of the gust of wind, spike
Oh.
growth, or wind wall.
Well, that's fun.
And you get to choose who's
Not effective.
okay.
That's
I'm not
pretty good.
usually this guy.
I can't
This
do
is
it.
extremely specific. I read all the way to the very end where it has the asterisk for the component needed.
What was I didn't see the component needed.
It's literally just a little asterisk at the very bottom underneath the to a creature immune to this effect. It says mistletoe, which the spell consumes. Normally, sure, you add mistletoe. This is where it gets interesting. That was harvested with a golden sickle under the light of a full moon.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have that.
Generally, I'm like, yeah, sure, but
See, I don't actually see that on my side.
it's
Yeah,
I
it
just
is a
have it
little
pulled up in
muddy.
D&D Beyond, where it's like the components
Oh.
VSM asterisk, and then at the very end, it's mistletoe, which the spell consumes.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
Yeah.
It's at the very top of the spell in the character sheet. That's okay. I
So-
can fix that later.
I'm sorry. I
No, you're
don't
fine.
like telling you no because this is really cool.
Well, then I
but
can't. Then I can't cast it.
That is extremely specific.
That's
I
fine.
don't.
What phase of the moon are we in?
Where are we going to find mistletoe?
How much gold
I'll
do we
grow it.
have?
Yeah, we can grow it with Druidcraft, right? But we need a golden scythe.
You would need to find a golden sickle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's
that's-
got to have a gold coin on them.
Just spray paint Gunrar gold.
There we go. Yeah.
Oi, lad, what are you doing?
This
need
was
you for
initially
mistletoe,
what
sir.
Anouk wanted to do, was gather spell components for sale.
No, yeah, absolutely. I think that's awesome. And you can absolutely, I will say you can find mistletoe to plant on the ship so you have it, so you can collect it for the future if you find a golden sickle somewhere.
We'll make one.
Lots.
You could definitely make one. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have plentiful gardens, a few trees, and beautiful looking ship. Spartos, while they were doing that, you want to talk to Gungrar, so let's bust that out real quick, and then we'll do end of this session break for stuff.
Sweet. Hello, Gungrar.
What do you want, laddie?
I have a bit of a question for you.
Sure.
Have you... Obviously, you died. That is not the question.
Right, yeah.
But have you been to the Abyss?
Yeah, that's where they sent me after I died. Well,
I mean,
they being,
the grand they, whoever that is.
Why?
Well, we might be trying to get there. And
that's fucking a stupid choice to be making. Why would you ever want to go there?
It's a part of the overarching... Real quick, have you been kind of listening in on everything that's going on, or do you just check out most of the time?
I just check out most of the time. That's
totally, completely understand that. There's a lot of shit happening.
Well, the only time I can really hear outside of the whole thing is like if you're in downtime and I come out and like have the manifestation.
Right. Would you like to have more manifestation time?
I don't care either way.
Okay, sounds good. I will.
It's pretty sweet in here. I got a little, I got like a flat screen.
A flat.
I got an Xbox, but DVD, Blu-ray. It's all good.
So the food is very nice. Do you eat?
I eat, yeah.
Okay, excellent. It sounds...
It's pretty great. There's not
wonderful.
downside, really. Honestly, I'm like here or there on the whole resurrect me to help you fight the war and give you that thing.
Oh, all right. Well, we can keep talking about this in the box filled with X's. But basically, what's going on is we are hunting for giant artifacts, basically.
Sure.
We need to find these representative of each of the giant clans in our quest to sort of place Moog, a hill giant at the top of the giant ordering, to stop the end of the world, basically. Really long story, very short. We need to go to a bunch of different places to find these artifacts, and one of the places is the Abyss. And we were told that we knew someone who had been there and back who may be able to get us there and hopefully get us back out. And it seems as though you are likely that someone. Is this something you could help us with? I know that you've been put in this weapon, but how did you actually get out?
Well, it was a process, but ultimately it ended up with a fight with an elemental fire titan. It's by the name of Megara.
Megara?
Yes.
Is he a guardian of the Abyss?
No. Kind of. Not particularly. See, to come out of the Abyss, you have to go through this whole adventure. It's this big thing. Wizards of the Coast released a whole campaign module built around getting out of the Abyss, and the very end of that campaign module is you fighting Megara, the Dawn Titan.
There are many wizards on this coast, Gungrar. Which ones?
All of them. They all work together. I wrote a book about it. It's great.
Where can we find this book?
I told one of them to fuck off 5 minutes ago.
They must... Okay, I'm going to keep trying to...
Right, so what you have to do, the reason that it takes someone who's been there and come back is because there is no entrance, only exits. So the only person that could tell you a way to get in is someone who has worked their way out.
Being you.
Right. Now, what you have to do is you have to go to it's an old abandoned city called Guntelgrim.
Guntelgrim?
Guntelgrim.
Guntelgrim.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
actually,
is on the Storm Coast? Or
Yeah,
is it
where
in
are
the
you now?
abyss? We're, I believe, on the shore, kind of near, close to Neverwinter, supposedly. We are
Then
on
you're
our
like-
way to.
right there. You're
Wait, what?
like right there.
Oh my
Go
goodness.
from Neverwinter, go northeast like 100 miles, and you're there. Well, like northeast,
Wow.
like you're there. Crazy random happenstance this is when you decided to look, and that's where the book that I just looked at a minute ago said that this was where that entrance is. I did not know
the
that
one
before
written
this
by
conversation started.
The wizards.
Yes. Straight up, though, I looked in that book and I was like, where did it say that was? Because I don't remember. It was Gontelgrim. I was like, where the fuck?
Oh, fuck. This is.
Our 12 days could be shortened to the 2.
The downside, though, there's always a downside.
Yes.
Learn that, laddie. That's the best advice I could ever give you. There's always a downside.
I'm becoming very aware with this fact.
You'll have to face Megara to get back through, because there's a legendary forge in the heart of the city of Gontelgrim.
Yes.
And you would have to go through it.
Through the forge to get
Right.
to the abyss.
Right. The forge itself is a demiplane where Megara exists. That's what causes the heat to the forge. That's why it's a legendary place for craftsmen.
Yes.
I think there's some dwarves there right now, unless they fucking hightailed it. But last I heard, some crew had rolled through there and, taken it back.
What crew?
I have no idea. I died literally like thousands of years ago.
That's fair. Things have likely changed. So basically, to be able to get to the abyss, we must go to Gontelgrim. And what is there? Just a door and a sign saying, hello, here's the forge to the abyss. I imagine it's more difficult than this. How do we know?
No, you'd have to. I mean, I'm telling you all the details. You'll have to go. If somebody lives there, you'll have to get permission to go to the forge or whatever the fuck.
But we have to find the forge.
You'll have to find the forge, but it should be in, like the main area of the city, I'd assume. And then you hop down, just right into that motherfucker, and it's going to hurt real bad.
Oh dear.
And it's going to be really hot when you get there, because you're jumping into the demiplane housing of a flame elemental titan.
Yes.
But then when Megara dies,
Even though
a stairway, there's another pathway out of the demiplane that leads you into the abyss.
But you killed Megara.
Yeah, but they come back.
Oh,
All those titans are nigh unkillable.
fantastic.
You just kind of knock them down, and then they go away for a while, and then they just come back.
All right. So if we go into the abyss, we should be able to find what we need to find there after killing Megara and then go back out the way we came in.
Yeah.
All right. This is obviously much easier said than done and likely going to be very unpleasant.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I got you.
I mean, I meant for killing orcs. Maybe
Right.
I wasn't clear. Megara is a fire elemental.
No, I understand that, Gungrar. It's mostly I just appreciate the companionship by my side.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm going to go share what you've told me with my friends now, and likely we will be leaning on you quite a bit rather soon to
No
help us
worries.
sort of navigate what we need to.
You go do what you got to do. I'm going to go watch this new series they released on Netflix called Alice in Borderland. It's pretty great. You should watch it. Then
Like
Top two.
Is it about
Yeah.
fishing?
Goes away.
Why does Alex have the net?
For real though, go watch Alice in Borderland. It's on Netflix and it's phenomenal. A beautiful concept, beautiful show. They just dubbed it over from Japan, where it's made elegant, beautiful, extremely well done. Watch it.
I'll definitely check it out. I'm gonna go back to my friends and tell them about the knowledge bomb Gungra just dropped on me.
Perfect. You guys spend the rest of your day
What are the fucking odds of it being literally right
planting.
there?
Honestly, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. Like I looked it up because I wanted because I remembered I was like, oh yeah, sure. Like I remember it was like one of the there was an abandoned town you guys had to go to, and it was already written in there, like in the Storm King's Thunder pre-built. It's nothing. Like it exists, and then it referenced like if you want to know more about what all's going on here, look up Out of the Abyss. And so Out of the Abyss, that's literally it. That's how they escape. Is they go into the Storm Coast through this forge. And I was like,
Christ.
wait, so Wizards already gave me a door to the Abyss. And then I couldn't remember where the fuck it was when I started having this conversation with Ian. So I was like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm listening. Swear to God. Every word.
Yeah, I wondered what that was. If you just kind
I
of
was like,
zoning off camera for a good 45
doing?
seconds.
And then I immediately went to the opposite side of the map to try to find it. I was like, okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, well, I was looking at, like, where am I? Neverwinter. And I'm looking for something called Gauntle. Oh, that's probably how it's... Wait a second.
Yeah, I saw it when
That's
you said
exactly
it.
how
I
it's
was just
spelled.
like, oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah.
I swear to God, I would never, like, all of you, like, that have played with me or for me before, like, I would never just throw, like, that much of a, like, but look, shiny object right close in the distance thing at you. Like, that is not how I DM whatsoever. That is just the crazy random happenstance of everything that has just happened.
Sideboard the crow's nest. Literally fucking hand it to you.
Yeah, so you guys have this conversation. It's approaching the end of the day. You guys have spent 8 hours, and now your ship is flying nature preserve.
I still need to know when the moon comes up. What phase of the moon?
And what the moon phase is at today.
I don't know what the moon phases are. I got
Waning
a lot
crescent.
of information in my brain. Not.
Today is a waning gibbous. The full moon was 2 days ago.
You just missed it. It's a waning gibbous. The next full moon will be.
Or sorry, it was on the 26th was the full moon.
It is like a month. That's how that works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give or take.
28
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. It's 28 days. But you know you will have an abundance of mistletoe to harvest with a golden sickle in 28 days if you find one.
That's okay.
Or make one or whatever.
This is a long game spell anyway.
Instead, we will have a flying nature preserve that is also a traveling nature fortress.
Yeah,
You
like
cast
things
it
are gonna
every
land
day
to
for a
attack you.
year.
Things are gonna land to attack you. And they're gonna land and be like, aha! And there's gonna be like 6 crazy overpowered motherfuckers, 3 dipshits that like to kill stuff, 4 teenagers who are looking to get into the adventuring game, 4 walking trees. Like,
And a bunch of wind.
why do I try?
Hey, we won't have the ship and the fucking planes we go to, though.
Right, yeah. No, I'm prepared for those.
Just not this crazy nature fortress that
Notes
you've
to
handed
DMs out
us.
there. Don't do what I've done.
I've actually been thinking about this since we got the airship and I first asked for the pots of
Yeah,
dirt.
I assume, dude, that's how your brain works. I don't. Way more wrinkles in the brain than I have.
No, it's just focused on the druid right now.
Yeah, that's fair. But with newfound information and the realization that you have,
Our first door is right next door.
well, and you have a pretty much guaranteed path to get to almost all of the locations you have to get to.
Except for air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll fuck with that.
Yeah. we're going to end this episode of the Dice That Bind Us. Woo! We will catch you guys next week with a plan of action going forward from my players of what we're looking at, where we're going, and do the usual Facebook stuff. We're still slowly but surely climbing
YouTube
in
stuff.
subscriber counts. What'd I say? Did I say Facebook again?
Make sure to comment on the video.
Editor, just swap that. Just when I said Facebook, make it say YouTube. You can do that,
I'll just
right?
do it with my voice.
Yeah, great. That's what all the YouTubers do. They just talk to their editors. So I'm doing that. I'm talking to my editor.
Who's
I'm
in the
right
next
here.
room?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I quit.
Well, guys, that brings us to the end of the Dice That Bind Us permanently. No, guys, seriously, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending time with us every week. It means a lot to us. We are slowly but steadily growing in that subscriber count and the view counts and all that stuff. And it means the world that anybody would want to watch along with us. And the fact that there are so many of you that want to fills my heart with joy. We will see you next Wednesday on the Dice That Bind Us.
Bye.